This episode is brought to you by Squarespace, the all-in-one platform that makes it fast and easy to create your own professional website or online portfolio. For a free trial and 10% off your first purchase, go to squarespace.com and use offer code LIES.
You're listening to the AFTERBUZZ TV network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Gene Johnson.
From the AFTERBUZZ Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is AFTERBUZZ TV's House of Lies After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AFTERBUZZ TV's House of Lies After Show.
Welcome, everybody, to the House of Lies After Show, Season 3, Episode 9. It is titled Zhang. Took me a while to figure out how to say that, but it's Zhang, guys.
It is Zhang.
It is Zhang. And he is a solo, quote-unquote, air quotes, everybody, solo partner of Dollahide, apparently.
Yeah.
Or solo, quiet, what's, like hidden.
Silent partner.
Secret. There we go.
You
That's
go.
the word I was looking for. I was
Yeah.
fishing for it, and you
Got
fished it for me.
Got it.
Well, guys, thank you for joining us. I am your host, Roya Taheri. And, of course, joining me are my favorite liars.
Aw,
Yeah.
thanks.
Don't mean to call you liars, but you know what it is.
I'm a liar.
Yael,
Hello, I'm Yael. I'm a liar.
Lem,
What up? I'm a liar too, I guess.
and we're all liars because this is House of Lies.
Yeah.
And that's
It
how
is
it
the
works.
house.
So let's just jump right into the episode. Unlike for you guys, we won't be 15 hours ahead. We will be actually on the right time frame. So this is happening right now.
We're doing it chronologically
Yes.
today. We're starting the show.
I mean, we could go back 15 hours and see what happened, but I don't think our lives are that interesting to do. But anyways, let's get back into the episode. So there's
do it.
chaos. It opens up with some chaos, camera first POV happening. And basically, that was Lukas trying to do a documentary about what his life and with Dollahide has become.
Yeah.
So the way we find out is when Doug is talking about Puss in Goots.
Puss in Goots.
Yes. And that's when, oh man, why am I drawing a blank on his name?
Lukas?
Clyde.
You're talking about Clyde.
Yeah,
Oh,
Clyde is trying to egg him on to talk so much
Because he
smack
sees
about
Lucas in the background. Yes.
And then we see there's a camera people with Lukas.
Yeah.
And basically, Lukas takes the entire team to Compton and talks about where him and Dre came from.
Exactly.
And the team's a little bit afraid he's going to kill him. What did you guys think when he first dropped them off in that spot? Or map quest them to that location?
I was waiting to hear the name MySpace. Like, as soon as that
Yeah.
MapQuest, I was like, oh, yeah, you're going to go on MySpace and talk about it? Like, that was dated. I'll go first. I'll say that I thought, I don't want to say I knew what was going to happen, but in the case, I knew he was up to something. You know, he said he was making this documentary, but knowing him and knowing what his character has done so far, he's always got something kind of up his sleeve a little bit. He's kind of showing his hand a little bit. And so I think that he was trying it was something, I don't know exactly what, but he was definitely up to something.
Yeah, no, it was clear that there was something he needed to show them.
I'm so glad there was something that he was going to show them, guys. No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
Thanks.
Sorry. Sarcasm all night and every night.
I was a little worried that he was going to kill them, but he couldn't do that with the documentary. I thought he was going to, like, fake his death or something. I don't know why.
Okay.
I thought it was going to be something where he took them and he was like, don't be scared.
He
you're
would
all-"
fake his death?
Yeah,
Lucas would?
Like, he would fake a drive-by
Are you
to
trying to say
scare
like
them.
Oh, to scare
Tupac?
them.
No, I thought he was trying to scare them for
Okay.
whatever reason. And so I thought he was going to like fake a drive-by, which would end up with him dying and then be freaking out. That's what I thought it was about.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But instead, he takes them in the nice Mercedes van, which it was kind of nice to see what those look like inside. Never been in them. I'm sure they're unique to each person that has one.
Right.
Right.
He was he was all about, I got to show you what it's like. I'm real. They're in, it looked like a private jet.
Right. Plush Mercedes van.
Yeah. In this private jet van.
Like 20 screens.
Yeah, driving around Compton. And I was like, yeah, that's real.
That's really
air
keeping it real.
quotes.
Right.
Yes.
Real.
Hey, it could be real.
That's
You
how
just
he
haven't
grew up.
experienced it yet, okay?
I did not grow up in Compton, no.
Oh, good for you, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, so he takes them in Compton. He drives them around. He shows them where Dollahide basically came from. He shows them the location where they came up with the name.
Yeah.
And then he gets a little bit intimate when he starts talking about Ronnie, one of their good friends. And I was wondering during that whole time, where's Ronnie in all of this? If he was kind of a part of the whole story of when they were young.
You didn't get from the beginning that Ronnie's dead?
Well, I figured that was it, but I was being hopeful, and maybe there was something that Dre did, okay, that made it that way. But we find out that Ronnie, because he was such a funny guy, they thought he was making a joke by falling on the ground, dropping his soda. They're like, ha, Ronnie's being silly. Turns out he was never getting back up, so he got shot.
Right.
And I felt that it was kind of nice to see that sensitive side of Lukas, even though, sure, it might be for documentary purposes, but it was kind of nice to see that real of Compton, and yeah, that's how it happens for some people.
Do you think, now you said sensitive side, do you think he's shown himself to be sensitive in other areas? Not as far as his past, but like, for instance, with Jeannie, do you think that there was a sensitive moment, or you think that was totally on another level?
For Jeannie?
No, I'm talking about for Lukas showing sensitivity.
I think it's for the documentary purposes.
For the
maybe.
documentary, yeah.
You think that when he was being vulnerable, it wasn't real?
No, it was real, but I think he wouldn't have shared that story if the cameras weren't around.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's my
gotcha.
take on it. Well, Yael, did you think that?
I don't know. I think his whole point of this documentary was to show them like that he is yet to like BS them. He hasn't. I mean, everything
true.
he's said is true. He's kind of a jerk is the nice way of saying it. So he's like, look, I'm a jerk, but I've never BS'd you, and you guys are the ones BSing, and Dre is BSing.
That's true. Which before we get to the BSing part of Dre, he takes them to the first factory of Dollahide and how he wanted to keep it open because he wanted the employees to stay and have a job and have an income. Unlike Dre, who wanted to shut it down, and he sent the jobs overseas, which is a very sensitive subject for people when there's jobs that are sent to overseas when it should stay in America, or, you know, we can go completely politics on that. We're not gonna. But the point is that was a very sensitive thing, again, from Lukas, that he wanted to keep it open for that purposes, for those people that became family in a way for them.
Yeah.
I have a question for you both. Do you think that, or did your opinion of Lukas change seeing what he went through this kind of pseudo documentary, in a sense, you know, showing his more vulnerable, maybe sensitive side, that he's a caring person, so to speak? Did you change at all?
No, I don't like Lukas, but the more I think about what I said is that if I were Con Associates, I would point out to Marty, yeah, he's kind of really immature and childish. He is a loose cannon who's always being over dramatic and pulling these tricks, but he has yet to like deceive you. He has been real, quote unquote.
He's been straightforward.
Yeah,
the whole
he's
time.
been straightforward, but in like a roundabout, stupid, childish way.
That's true. Very good point.
Okay.
I'm starting to like him more throughout as the season goes on because he is real, as we learn about Dre, which we will get to right now. So Lukas takes the group to a bar, and of course Doug makes a silly comment. He's like, well, you're buying, right? So I'll have this drink instead. That's not the point of Doug is Doug. So he takes them through curtains, and he makes a comment. He's like, you know what, guys? I was going to dig a hole to China and take you to China because that's where Dre's at. Turns out Dre is actually there meeting with some guy who we thought was Zhang, or is that my saying?
Zhang.
Wow, Zhang. So he's meeting Zhang, and it's not Zhang at all. It's someone else, some sketchy guy who apparently knows how to give them money, but he lied to Marty in the beginning when he said, I'm going to China. I'm going to go the silent partner. He's down for it.
Right.
And he lied.
He misleads him to believe that there's this investor, but instead there's this, like, you know, low life loan shark kind of guy who
that the kind of community leans on if they need money or what
Yeah.
have you. Yeah, the go-to.
And if you guys remember when we first met Dollahide, Marty mentions how they have income coming in from drugs and all this other stuff, but they lead it to believe that it's from Lukas, not from Dre. So Dre could be potentially going down that pathway this entire time. So Dre, the whole golden child, not so much.
Well, it's funny because I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it was Jeannie who said that this just got dirtier. And made that comment, and that stood out to me because, you know, it is. You know, were going to double cross Lukas and try to get him out, and now here's Dre who lied, you know, to Marty and the rest of them basically, and said that I'm going to China to get this money, and is not. So it's like this roundabout way of like, well, you deceiving me, well, I'm deceiving you. Everybody's kind of deceiving each other. It's a bunch of lies.
What do you know? This is the great show for it.
Right.
So yeah, basically they kind of get into a whole monkey in the middle situation with the camera because they're trying to pass the camera around. I don't know. It was weird. I thought from the opening scene that it would become, and from the previews from last season, or not last season, last week, that it was going to be more chaotic, more punchy, and more chaos, but it wasn't that at all.
Right.
Yeah.
So it was interesting. So we're left for them to kind of, Lukas and Dre have to be good with each other, and they have to play along, and now they're screwed with each other. Basically it. But before we move on to our next topic, which is going to be Monica coming in, let's talk about some Chasing Maria that's coming out.
Yeah.
Tuesdays on Oxygen.
I'm Maria Menounos, and my life can get a little crazy. I host Extra. I'm an actor, producer, dancer, wrestler, and a lot of other things. I live with Kevin, my boyfriend of 15 years. Do you really love me?
I would say that I'm in serious like.
And my parents. Yep. I just said I live with my parents.
You drive me crazy.
You drive me crazy. My parents want us to get married.
You both love each other. Get married.
Kevin and I don't. I am going to get married when I want to get married. I think I want kids. Kevin definitely doesn't want them now.
This is being pushed on to us.
And of course, my parents wanted them yesterday.
This year, you gotta have it.
And I have a house full of people counting on me financially. If I take my eye off the ball, everything can fall apart.
It doesn't matter what anybody else thinks or wants us to do. It's what we want to do.
Everyone thinks that they know what's best for me, but I'm really the only one. I have got to figure things out.
Chasing Maria Menounos is so new. Every Tuesday at 10, 9 Central, starting March 18, only on Oxygen.
That's right, guys. March 18th. Check it out. Chasing Maria Menounos.
Please do.
Yes.
Yeah.
So let's move on to Monica and how she has a new product called the One. Interesting product. It's a protein powder, wholesome organic nutrition.
Yes.
Yeah. The only thing you will ever need to eat ever again.
In your life. As long as you live.
That was a great catch thing for, a little phrase for. That works. Works for me.
Really?
I would take it. But my question is, they never talked about if that product was good or not. They showed Doug drinking it when he was on his treadmill/desk.
He made a face.
He made a face. But protein, have you ever had protein powder?
No.
Have you ever had protein?
I have had protein powder.
With water, it's disgusting.
It's nasty.
Yeah.
It's nasty.
So there's that natural,
Right.
and it's natural and it's organic. So I kind of want to know if it's legit or not. She says by the graphs it's legit.
Yeah.
So you think because of her, okay, are you asking that because of her past, like what she's shown us before being kind of deceiving? Or you're just saying just because she's trying to kind of get on board with this new product or what have you and kind of
No, the
take
new product. I know she's deceiving. I know it's probably not good at all. She's
Okay.
just trying to make money.
Okay.
That's the way to go is protein powder. Not
Right.
anyone that makes protein powder. You're great. Awesome. I'm trying not to dig myself into a hole by
Right.
saying that.
But one is probably bad.
Not number one.
One.
One. Like
W-O-N.
you're a winner.
Yeah.
If you get it.
No, I got
We
it.
won.
Yes.
I have it
We
written
won.
down.
Yeah. One. Yes.
One.
It was interesting. And of course, Monica is her crazy self.
Yeah.
Right.
She's now she's the attacker versus the attackee. She says, I was stabbed before by a junior associate, and now I will stab first.
Yeah.
That's her saying for it.
That's what she
She's
said to
scary.
Caitlin.
Yeah.
She is scary. I mean, she was walking around there like she was like like a goddess, or like she
Yeah.
was just gonna like you said, stab somebody. Like she was looking for prey, almost like, on the hunt type
Yeah.
situation. And then, poor, when she comes around and she was just like a little deer and
Yeah.
and she just bam, just got her.
I love when Clyde is walking towards the meeting and
Yeah.
he turns
Right.
and walks away.
And then hides.
And
Yeah.
he's hiding in the complete corner of his
Right,
office.
right.
Good.
But when she was first in the shot, they showed her like over people's shoulders. I thought maybe she was working there, and I was like, "What is Marty doing?"
I was
Yeah.
so worried that he hired her.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what she was probably doing? She was probably looking over the people's shoulder
Yeah.
and seeing what website they were on.
Oh,
and if she
definitely.
should build a website. And which route should she build if she's building a website, Yael?
If she builds a website, she should definitely be using Squarespace.
Oh my gosh.
Tell us more, Yael. Tell us more.
Squarespace actually is one of the simplest website making tools out there. It is free trial available, so you don't have to put your credit card in to start using it. It's simple and easy to use. Drag and drop, which is the epitome of user interface. Drag and drop. It makes everything easy. I love drag and drop because I can't do. Yeah, I know a little HTML, but that doesn't mean I can build my own website with code and whatnot. So drag and drop is the way to go.
And if you ever have issues, 24/7 service.
Right,
which is
and
great.
it's super compatible with social media, which is as she was talking about the millennials, we are the millennials. We are the social media people.
We are.
You can connect it to your Twitter, Facebook, Pinterest, Instagram, Google+, all of it. Super simple.
Now, is there a discount people can use if they
There is.
decide to go Squarespace?
What
is it, Yael? What is it?
For our lovely House of Lies fans, it is LIES. That is the offer code. You get 10% off your first purchase.
That's amazing.
I think that's amazing too.
Yeah, and no credit card down. That's great.
Yeah.
But you know what else is great?
Drag and drop?
Drag and drop is great.
Okay.
Yes.
Heck yeah.
This didn't really work. I was trying to lead into it. Lex and Roscoe's relationship.
You know what? I got it. Here's what's really great about Lex and Roscoe is that I was right.
What were you right about?
Lex is the bad influence.
Oh.
Lex is not. I wanted.
Marty was right.
Yes.
Yeah, I was going to say, weren't we all saying that? We were all in agreement of that.
But I said it.
Oh, you said it first. Oh, okay. Got it.
I may not have said it first. I just said it.
Oh,
That's
okay.
what's important.
Okay, so you just want to be right.
Yeah. So Lex and Roscoe get invited to this 818 Drama Geek event. And Roscoe clearly wants to go. As we know, Roscoe is a performer. He enjoys dancing and whatever. He auditioned for
That's true. He
the
did.
play. And Lex is, I'm too cool for everything.
Right.
That kind of person.
Did you sense any jealousy between the new kid and Lex?
I did.
Yeah. Lex hated Coltrane.
Yeah.
His name was Coltrane.
That was an interesting. Yeah,
That was interesting.
Yeah, no, Lex was calling him jazz hands. Totally against the guy.
And what's weird is Coltrane did not attack Lex for who Lex is.
No.
If Lex was attacking me, I'd be like, okay, whatever. And I would attack back, but I don't want to say.
Right. You'd
I'm
say
not
something
14 years
offensive.
old. Yes.
That was a great line when Chantel was like, I'm so glad I'm not 14.
Right.
And Jeremiah was like, you're not that much older.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would slap him if he said that to me. If he was
Well, I think the
Playfully,
the
of
whole
course.
thing situated that Lex just has a super big chip, on her shoulder.
Right.
Like, I mean, and no matter what goes on, she's still going to be defensive, even though, like you said, Coltrane wasn't even trying to, talk bad about her or anything like that. But because of that chip and because she's, protecting, or what she feels is protecting Roscoe, is having that issue. And so it's just interesting how that works out.
Do you think she's attacking Roscoe because she was jealous of Coltrane and his relationship with Roscoe and felt threatened? Or do you think she's just honestly how she is because she can't be herself?
I
think
agree
both.
that it's both. I think Lex has a lot of family issues going on, and that totally is coming out in different ways, and that's why Marty can sense that there's something not right. But I think also there was a little bit of jealousy because Lex has these feelings for Roscoe, and somebody else came in and was like, hey, I know you like doing this thing. And all Lex could think was, well, if you like doing that thing, you're not going to like me anymore. Like, you can't go off and do that.
So obviously Lex was completely out of line. Do you think Lex was out of line when she said to him, what are you going to crump about what'd she say, your bitterness or your bitter life, which she doesn't have?
You're a biter.
A biter, yeah.
You're a biter.
Biter, wow. I was combining words and I
Yeah, you
were.
It's all good.
I'm lying to you
Combine
guys.
away.
I'm so sorry.
Because it's the House of Lies.
Exactly. So we are left at the end of the episode with Marty getting ready to yell at Roscoe for still dating Lex when he's not supposed to be. But instead, we see a tender moment, and Roscoe just comes right into his arms and starts crying. Do you think it's over between Lex and Roscoe?
Oh, definitely. I think Jeremiah knew when they were playing the video games, and he was like, I'm going to take you guys to this party because Roscoe clearly wants to go, regardless of what Lex thinks. I think that was the moment that we knew it was over.
Okay.
Interesting. Can we go back just for a second? Because when Lex said that, obviously that hurt, Roscoe deeply. And Lex is supposed to be caring for Roscoe. Do you think it was just an act of, like, she doesn't really care about him, or she does, but she's just trying to get him out of that situation because she feels like he'll make other friends or maybe leave her or whatever the situation is?
I think it was more of a jealous thing. I don't think that it was a malicious intent. I think it was jealousy.
Yeah. She just doesn't want him to go and leave her. Because he is probably good at dancing and crumping.
Right. Which they did have some real crumpers on there. I did see Miss Prissy, who's a crumper that was on the Rise, which was a documentary about crumping. So that was kind of dope. They had some authenticity there. We had some issues with that in one of our other shows we won't talk about.
So you guys think Lex and Roscoe are done?
I think they should be done. And I think, but I don't know. That's a good question.
Yes or no?
I'm going to say yes.
Okay.
I'm going to say yes.
Yael?
No, because I think the show is going to want drama. I
Okay.
think there's going to
Really?
be more of a relationship.
Even
Also-
after that?
Also, I want it to be done. I think it should be done. Unfortunately, I think there's so much more drama to work with, and I want more information about Lex. I want to know the family situation. We talked about Lex's father possibly being something, and I want to know and see it. That excites me, that storyline.
So you think it doesn't need to be done in order for you to see that storyline?
Yeah, I think they need to still be.
Gotcha.
Okay. So we got a yes and a no. Well, guys, before we move on to predictions, let us know what you think on iTunes. Rate us 5 stars, comment on YouTube.
Yes.
We'll comment back.
Yeah,
of
we
course.
will.
What do you think? Think Lex and Roscoe are done? Should they be done? Or should they work it out? Well, I don't know. But let's get into some lovely predictions.
All right.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
All right, so we are left at the end of the episode with a preview for next week, where we see Jeannie. Wow, Jeannie.
Read your notes, man.
I think that's what happened. Is my
Janie
really
and
crappy
Zhang.
handwriting created a name.
Yeah.
Jeannie. I created Marty and Jeannie together. That's what I did.
yeah, you
Jeannie
did.
tells Marty they should drop Dollarhide.
It's okay.
Drop Dollarhide, and then she is talking to a lawyer. It seems like about some incriminating things that could get them out of Dollarhide because it will crash Dollarhide. And she says, "Oh, I have some information for you, lawyer friend." And then we see them on the streets, and there's a shootout.
Yep.
People in masks and shooting. Marty's on the street with Jeannie, and that's where they leave us. Now we've seen previews just like this, where it seems like there's chaos. And it turns out just to be a, hey, buddy.
Yeah.
Kind
Going
of.
back to the last
Thank you.
Yeah,
And the
last week.
party episode.
Right.
So props to the editor who's creating these amazing previews.
Yeah.
But what do you guys think? Quickly, what do you guys think about the predictions?
All right. I don't think there's going to be, the shootout is not going to be as explosive as they want us to think, because they've done that twice now. But I have a prediction that Jeannie's definitely going to cross the team. And I think that Jeffrey and Monica are going to be, they're going to hook up, and it's going to be creepy, weird, and exciting. I cannot wait to see
Monica
that.
would love that, I feel
Yeah,
like.
I think that he will become her naughty slave. And I think,
Oh my gosh.
I think it's a BDSM situation.
Naughty
guys.
slave, everybody. Naughty
Yeah.
slave.
Lem.
I can't really talk.
I don't know, yeah.
I don't know what my prediction. I'm just gonna say that I think I'm just gonna agree with you on everything, because I think those are really good predictions.
Thank
I'll
you.
just leave it like that.
Well, I think really quickly, I feel maybe Clyde is going to get shot in that whole shooting. Someone's getting shot, but again, it could be just a tricky preview, and
Right.
nobody gets shot,
Right.
or Doug gets shot in the foot, and it's a really
Yeah.
cowardly
Right.
kind of shot. But someone in the pod is going to get shot.
Someone.
That is my prediction.
Excellent.
So, guys, join us next week. Thank you so much. Where can we find you, lovely people?
The people can find me online at yael.tv. That's YAEL.tv. And on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube at YaelTygiel. That's YAELTYGIEL.
And for me, you can find me at The Poet Saint on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook all day, every day.
Awesome. And, guys, you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at HeyRoya. That's HeyRoya. Thank you so much, guys. See you next week.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.
Thank you for watching AfterBuzz TV on YouTube. For more of your favorite after shows and interviews, subscribe to our channel here, and be sure to share your opinion on the episode in the comment section below here. We'd love to see what you guys are buzzing about. Thanks again. Buzz you later.